podcast. I know last week, if you watched, nobody has watched. I'm just throwing these into the abyss. Last week I mentioned that I had not come up with a name yet. The name is Tink and Bobble. If you're unfamiliar, both are knitting terms. Tink is the word knit backwards and refers to like when you have to undo a few stitches and go backwards. That is tinking. And then bobble are like the little like puffball things on like sweaters and stuff. Yeah, I just thought they were both cute words and decided to put them together. And then I realized that it sounds a lot like Clank and Bobble, which are the two like fairy guys in the Tinkerbell movies, which Tinkerbell. Anyways, did not realize that till after I did it. But I loved the Tinkerbell movies. So my sister and I had a Tinkerbell themed bedroom. It was pretty sweet. But anywho's, it's Tink and Bobble. And the name is very appropriate because this past week I had to do a lot of tinking, which was not fun. And there was probably an easier way to do it than individually undoing all the stitches, but I'm a newbie. I'll get to that later. So for the format of this podcast, I like to start with FOs, then move into whips, acquisitions, future cast-ons, dream knits, and then podcasts that I've been watching. I don't have any FOs this week. I thought about doing these videos bi-weekly, but I don't know. Since I'm a new channel, I figured it would probably be good for me to have like consistent traffic on my website, or not traffic, but consistent uploads on my website that are a little bit closer together. So I don't have a whole lot of new things to share this week, but I figured I would do one anyways. So no FOs this week. I did not make the sweater that I'm wearing. This sweater is from Urban Outfitters a few years ago, and I love it. It's super long and oversized, and it's the best. It's my favorite sweater I own. I put up lights in the background. Am I a like legit YouTuber now? Who knows? If you don't know, I also have a personal vlogging channel with my husband called Joshua Vlogs, which is Joshua and Sierra put together, Joshua. Joshua Vlogs, and it has been sitting dormant. If you hear jingling, it's my dogs walking around. Oh yeah, I didn't introduce myself. If you're new, I'm Sierra. I live in southern Indiana, near Louisville, Kentucky, with my husband Josh and our two dogs, Boomer and Evie. I am a very new knitter. I just started knitting at the end of October, and it is now December 11th? December 12th. It is now December 12th, so hey, stop. So, I haven't even been knitting for 2 months. It's been like a month and a half. Evie's making a lot of noise down here. Come here. This is Evie. She's a mini labradoodle. She's wagging her tail and hitting the table. She's a mini labradoodle, but we think she's more lab than doodle because she's very scruffy and not very like curly and fluffy like lots of labradoodles are, but we love her. I mentioned last week that I may have overextended myself with the gift knitting. So when I decided to start, or when I started knitting, I decided I was going to, I found this video from Sheep and Stitch for these Hogwarts scarves. Oh my goodness, Evie's playing with a toy. I found this video from Sheep and Stitch for Hogwarts scarves. I'm so sorry about this noise in the background. And decided I would knit all my friends' Hogwarts scarves because we all love Harry Potter. The problem is scarves take forever and a day to knit, and I'm making 3 of them. So, you can go on into whips. I showed this one last week. This is the second one. I am almost finished with it. It's all like rolled up here. Almost finished with it. I think I'm on square. She didn't give you like a set number of squares to knit, but I think on the last one I knit 13 and it was like the same length that she recommended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm on my 12th, so I have like 1.5 squares left, and then I will be done with that. I need to get progress keepers. I don't have any progress keepers, so I've been looking on Etsy at some cute ones that I will probably get so I can actually see like where I was the week before compared to where I am now. I'd have to look back at the video. I can't remember how many squares I had done last week, but I'm almost done with the second one, and then I will cast on the third one, and hopefully, I don't think my friends are going to get these by Christmas, obviously, because it's the 12th, and the USPS is crazy. I don't live near my friends, so I'm going to have to ship them to them, and the USPS is crazy right now, so maybe they'll get them by the first of the year. Who knows? I am knitting this on size 6, which is 4mm circular needles. I'm just using circulars because I had them and I like using circulars instead of straight needles. These are the same needles that I knit my cottage socks in that I showed last week, so I just used what I had. I'm using super cheap yarn from Hobby Lobby. The yellow is Yarn Bee Soft Secret in Honey, and the black is I Love This Yarn in black. I don't think there's like a specific yarn type. It's sport weight 100% acrylic, and the yellow is worsted weight 100% acrylic. I mentioned last week I did not know anything about yarn weights when I bought this yarn, so they're not the same yarn weight at all, but it works. You can't, like, it looks fine. You can't tell, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, there's my second Hogwarts scarf. I was hoping it would be done by the time I did this episode, but it is not. I also still have on the needles, sorry, my knitting basket is over here. I still have what I showed last week, my vanilla socks. I have not worked on these at all because I realized that it is seriously crunch time for my gift knits. So, sorry, my camera's set up differently this week, so I feel like I have to sit like way back to be in like normal frame. But anyways, here are the vanilla socks that I started. The lighting is weird right here. I am like maybe, oh, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds past the cuff. These are for my husband. He's obviously not getting these for Christmas. But yes, I have not touched these. Hopefully I can get finished with these Hogwarts scarves and keep working on these. This yarn is Premier Wool Free Sock yarn. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I'm not sure if they still sell it in the color Oceanic. And these are size 1 32-inch circular needles that I got off of Amazon in a super cheap 10-pack that I will have linked down below. Speaking of super cheap needles, I am asking for a set of Chai-Gu interchangeables for Christmas for my parents, and I'm really excited. I think they're getting them for me. It's the only thing I asked for, so the only thing I asked for from them. I had like my Christmas list all like planned out and asked for certain things from different people based on like, you know, anyways. So that's what I asked for my parents. I think they sell them on Amazon, so they should be here by Christmas, and I'm so excited to have some nice knitting needles and a full set. So that's that. And then my newest whip that I have not shown, I talked about last week, is the Wool and Honey sweater by Andrea Mallory, which I'm knitting this for my mother-in-law, possibly for Christmas, probably not, based on how much I have here. I'm gonna try not to lose any stitches here. Let's see. Probably not, considering this is all I have. It's all bunched up on the needles. I'm hoping this will block out a little wider. I did not do a swatch for this because who has time for that? And I messed up a ton. Like, I need to fix this in the like short row shaping. There's like some gapping because I was making one wrong. But it's my first sweater and it's turning out honestly really nicely. It's pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it, the pattern, like you're pretty much doing the same thing all the way down. So you just have to pay attention to like the increases, but other than that, it's pretty simple. Here's a shot of all the hexagons. I'm using Cascade Heritage yarn, fingering weight in the color Cinnamon. I got that on lovecrafts.com, I think. I will link it down below. And these are size 4 needles. Not sure what the millimeter size is on that. I'll put it on the screen. And these needles are from the same super cheap 10 pack that I got on Amazon. So, there it is. This is actually like, I feel like this is a fair bit of work for a week. Oh, you know what? It's been more than a week since I filmed. It's just been a week since I uploaded. This is probably like 1.5, 2 weeks of work. But, there it is. I'm very excited about this. I have not worked on this the last couple of days because I really want to get my scarves out first. But yeah, again, I need to get a progress keeper so that I can see how much I'm actually doing week to week. That is all of my whips. I really wanted to cast on another pair of socks, but I really have to focus on these gift knits first. But I really want to cast on a pair of Hermione's everyday socks, which I guess I could save that for future cast. You know what, let's just do future cast-ons now. I really want to knit a pair of Hermione's everyday socks with the Croy sock yarn that I got at Hobby Lobby. These will be for me. These colors don't look super accurate because my lighting is jack right here. But I really want to knit Hermione's everyday socks with this yarn. But that'll have to wait probably until the first of the year. Maybe I'll make these for my birthday. My birthday is January 13th. I'll do like a first of the year cast on and try to have them done by my birthday. That sounds like fun. Let's do that. Also, the future cast on that I'm the most excited about is I'm going to be doing my first Stephen West knit along. I'm so excited. I started knitting at the end of October, which if you aren't familiar, Stephen West is a super popular, amazingly talented knitwear designer, and every October he does a mystery knit along. So he tells you like how much yarn you should get and like in what kind of colors, like if they should be contrasting or if they should all blend together or whatever, usually contrasting. He designs with like crazy colors, which is not like my personal style, but I think it's beautiful to look at. Anyway, so he does a mystery knit along, so like every week he releases a new part of the pattern, so you don't know what the shawl is going to look like once it's finished when you start it, which is kind of scary because like how do you know if you're gonna like it or want to wear it? But also it's super fun. So next October I'm definitely doing the mystery knit along. I was super bummed that I started knitting like a month too late to do it, and also like I wouldn't have been able to do it my first month of knitting because I feel like some of his designs are kind of complicated. Not complicated, just like more advanced in skill than I am currently. But he announced on December 1st that he's doing a Hiberknitalong, like hibernate, starting on December 26th. So it is not a mystery knit along, like we're buying our yarn and it's kind of a mystery knit along, kind of. We're buying our yarn now and then we get the pattern on the 26th, and that's when everyone starts knitting it, is on the 26th, and I think it goes through the month of January and ends February 1st. But on the 26th we'll get the whole pattern, so we're not getting the pattern in pieces like with his October mystery knit alongs. But anyways, he said that this pattern would be good for adventurous beginners, which I would consider myself to be an adventurous beginner. So as my Christmas present from my grandma, I'm going to buy myself some indie dyed yarn from Amanda Hope Yarn. The colors are beautiful. I will insert a picture of the colorway that I'm getting. I'm kind of going a little bit out of my comfort zone, being inspired by Stephen West and his like crazy colorful patterns. I will never do anything that crazy colorful just because I would never wear it. But I feel like these colors are like a lot of neutrals and like soft warmer colors that I wear a lot with a pop of that like brighter yellow color, and I'm pretty excited to do that on December 26th. So I already bought the pattern technically, like you buy the pattern and it gives you all the specs and stuff, not the specs, but it gives you like how much yarn you should have and like FAQs and all that, but I won't actually get the actual pattern until December 26th. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It'll be my first shawl. I don't own any shawls. At first I was like, a shawl? Like who wears those? But the more I've been watching like knitting podcasts and stuff, I'm like, oh, that's actually really versatile, and a lot of times people just wear it like a scarf. So I'm excited to have something super cozy with like indie dyed yarn, hand dyed yarn. So yeah, that's my next cast on. Will probably be that, and I will start it on December 26th. He's having a virtual cast on party on Instagram. I don't have any acquisitions this week, I don't think. I mean, I bought some bulb pins to use as not stitch markers, kind of stitch markers. And also to use as progress keepers until I get some actual like cute charm progress keepers. So I do have some of those. But that's really all that I've gotten in the last week, aside from buying the Hiberknitalong pattern. And I will be ordering the yarn for that like today or tomorrow. This is kind of a speedy podcast. I didn't have anything finished. I mean, this is my biggest accomplishment from the last episode. I'm pretty proud of this so far. But hopefully by the next week, all of my scarves will be done. By the next podcast episode, all of my scarves will be done. I'll have way more done on the sweater. And maybe more done on Josh's socks. Hopefully, we'll see. I almost forgot. Last section, podcasts I've been loving. So, I have been obsessed with Evie. She's scratching a real good itch, and I'm sure you can hear it. Okay. You done? I have been obsessed with watching Knitty Natty's Vlogmas. I've been watching Knitty Natty and Crazy Sock Lady like religiously every morning. I watch their Vlogmas videos. I've also started going back and binge watching all of Knitty Natty's old podcast episodes, and I just love her. She's so sweet, and I have been really enjoying watching her and Crazy Sock Lady, who I mentioned before. She, I mean, it's just a basic vanilla sock pattern, but her Magic Loop pattern and video is the one that I followed for Josh's sock. And she's also doing Vlogmas, and I've been loving watching her. Also, one that I meant to mention last week is the Cozy Moth Knits. She's relatively new to podcasting as well. She already has like several thousand subscribers though, which is awesome. But I think she's only on her like 5th-ish podcast episode. She's doing Vlogmas as well, but she's uploading once a week. So like she films a little bit every day, but then she uploads a weekly Vlogmas episode. And I've been loving watching her podcast episodes. I found her when she was on like I think I found her first podcast episode. If not her first, then maybe her second. And I just feel like we would be friends in real life if we ever met each other. So those are the 3 that I've been loving this week. I would love to keep it up and mention 3 every week. I don't know that I'll find, like I mentioned, 3 new people every week, but there is no shortage of knitting podcasts in the world. Evie's making a lot of noise again, and I'm sorry. Those are the 3 that I've been watching and loving this week. Evie! She fell off the couch! Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my goodness, wild child. As I was saying, those are the 3 that I've been loving this week. Knitty Natty, Crazy Sock Lady, and Cozy Moth Knits. As always, I will have all of their information linked down below, as well as all of the information for all of my like whips and things that I've purchased and all of that. That will all be down below. I need to get better about updating my project pages on Ravelry, so I will try to do that and link my project pages for these down below as well. But I think that's all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful December. If you feel like it, I'll have my vlog channel linked down below as well, and you can go watch our Vlogmas videos. And yeah, hope you all are having a great December, feeling super festive in the holiday spirit, and I will see you next week. Bye!